This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, April 3rd, 1993, one of the most famous horse races of all time, the Grand National, had to be declared void after some mix-ups. The Grand National is a major event. Basically, basically the event, basically the event is such that it's a horse race held at Aintree Racecourse in Liverpool, England. It's been run every year since 1839. It's the most valuable jump race in Europe, with a prize pool of over £1 million in 2017. Horses have to do 30 fences over 2 laps. The distance is 4 miles. And it's prominent in British culture. A lot of these fences are larger than what most people see. Beecher's Brook, the Chair, and the Canal Turn has been famous. The Grand National has been broadcast live over the air since 1960. From 1960 to 2012, BBC had done it. Channel 4 then broadcasted it between 2013 and 2016, and UK rights were given to ITV in 2017. And it's estimated over 600 million people watched the Grand National in over 140 countries, which is amazing. So basically, it's a huge race. One of the most bizarre events happened in 1956. Devon Loch was owned by the Queen Mother. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth's mother. And cleared the final fence, 5 flames clear. And then basically, the horse added a belly flop. And basically, Devon Loch did not complete the race. And ESB won the race. If he had completed the race, he would have been the fastest finisher. There were a lot of explanations for his behavior, but it's inexplicable and all that. In British culture, to do Devon Loch is basically a last-minute failure to achieve an expected victory. Some say that he was thinking about a fence and was ready to jump it. However, the Grand National in the 70s would be huge, as Red Rum would win 3 Grand Nationals, 73, 74, and 77. The weirdest thing is that in 75 and 76, Red Rum actually took second, which was amazing. You win 5 straight. You go to 5. You're in the top 2 in 5 straight years. That's amazing. Red Rum was a legend. Although he suffered from pedal osteitis, a bone disorder. His trainer actually had him galloping in seawater, and it helped him. That was amazing. It's amazing. It would be weird how this, but Seagram, the Canadian distiller, would actually sponsor the Grand National and all that. Of course, we talked about the 93 Grand National, but the 97 Grand National would actually be postponed after bomb threats were received from the IRA because, the troubles and all that. The race was actually run on the Monday, which is hard to believe. Of course, it was not on the 2020 thing because of the pandemic. But they actually had a virtual race using CGI technology and based on algorithms of the 40 horses most likely to compete it. Potter's Corner would have won that. They actually made another race, and it's on YouTube, about horses who won at the Grand National at the previous years. That's interesting. So yeah, so basically, this is amazing. I really want to see this virtual Grand National because it will look nice. But anyway, here's how it works. The Grand National is run over a course. 2 laps of 16 fences. The first 14 are jumped twice. All that. So it's a cross-country steeplechase. All that. There are 16 fences, and basically of varying heights, and all that. But you probably are bored. So anyway, April 3rd, 1993 was when the 93 Grand National was supposed to happen. It is the only time that steeplechase was declared void. 30 of the 39 racers did begin and carried on despite a false start. Hijinxs was actually the winner. It would have been the second fastest time in history. That's weird. But they decided not to rerun the race. And it was a race that never was. And they had to give up 75 million pounds in betting money back to refund. There was trouble. 15 animal rights protesters invaded the course near the first fence, had a delaying start. And then some false starts were hit as several riders were entangled in the starting tape. And then the starter called it back. Unfortunately, the tape was tangled again around the neck of a jockey, Richard Dunwoody, and Brown called another false start. However, the flag did not unfurl as he waved it because basically, and then the racers are like, oh no, we don't see the flag. But 30 of them actually set off around the track. And all that. It was amazing and all that. There was a lot of confusion and all that. Hijinxs, as I said, Hijinxs won the thing and all that. It was like huge. A lot of people were angry and all that. So basically, they had to have an inquiry. They had an investigation. So they made some new changes. Modern technology would start, such as horns or flashing lights. If I recall it. The tape was made of 3 strands instead of 1, and in a distinguished pattern. The width of the start was reduced. If a false start is called, 2 officials will wave yellow flags at jockeys. Andrew Parker Bowles, who chaired the working group which produced the recommendation, he said the 93 Grand National would not be made. And yes, that Andrew Parker Bowles is Camilla's former husband. Fuck off. But anyway, yeah. A lot of horses were in there. So yeah, there's a lot of things I want to hear about the Grand National, all that. You probably heard something there. But anyway, yeah. The Grand National is basically England's best horse racing thing. They take it more seriously than the Kentucky Derby over in North America. Well, I'm not saying a lot. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.